Good morning. Today is February the 4th, 2019. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and I will call this meeting of the Logan County Board of Commissioners to order. Please rise for the flag salute. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Item 3, any citizen desiring to be heard? Hearing none. We'll move on to item 4, consideration of possible action on approving minutes of January 31, 2019.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second. Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes without objection. Item 5, consideration of possible action to announce, take applications, and appoint a temporary member to the Logan County Fair Board to complete a 2-year term vacated by resignation. You guys got a copy of this too. All right. So I called and talked to Dennis, and we discussed this at our last meeting too, and told Dennis that as well, and I had to talk with him about a couple of things. First of all, I invited him to this meeting because we'd be talking about this here at the meeting, and he's more than welcome to come. And so I asked him if it would be all right if we put these out for announcements and take applications for the Fair Board, and then his recommendation would weigh on our consideration, of course, but we'd like to put it out for a couple of weeks to be announced. And he was okay with that. He thought that was a good idea. He also, I thought he might be here today, but he's not. But I told him that we wanted to have a meeting over at the fairgrounds and talk about some items, and he was okay with that too. And so I would move that we go ahead and take applications until our meeting on the 15th. And at that time, consider appointment to the Logan County Fair Board to complete this 2-year term.
To the 15th of this 2-week period?
Or longer. It doesn't matter. I just, one of the reasons I thought it might be handy if Dennis was here, if that way we would know if it would impact their operation, by not having a member on the board. But
I'll second your motion to the 15th.
I would like the board just to clarify for those that are watching,
Yes,
that this is for a position representing Logan County District 1. So any applicants need to be residents of District 1.
yes, yeah. And that's to serve as a member of the Fair Board.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. All right, item 6, consideration and possible action to approve Central Oklahoma Workforce Development Area Consortium Operations Agreement between Canadian, Cleveland, Hughes, Lincoln, Okfuskee, Oklahoma, Potawatomi, Seminole, and Logan counties for workforce development. And I will tell you that a native Oklahoman is the only one that can pronounce all of those and get it right.
This is an annual agreement. I think Mike can explain it better. All I want to say is there's 2 signature sheets, and it's set for the chairman to sign on behalf of the board action.
I'll move we approve.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. On further discussion, Mike, can you kind of let everybody know what this is about?
This is a yearly agreement between the counties. I'm one of the members of the local elected officials on this. Here last year, it was only, I believe, 3 or 4 of these counties, and we decided to put them together for purposes of funding, if nothing else. Anyhow, the board's together. We have all these counties together, and this is our yearly consortium agreement
It's for workforce development.
for workforce development.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. All right, I appreciate that. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Item 7, consideration and possible action on signing certificates of election and certificate of filing for the 2019 Free Fair Board election held on February 19th, or February 1, 2019, excuse me.
Okay, so the election was held for District 3 on Friday. I am required to certify that vote. The District 3 vote stands as Kelsey Pfeiffer, 7 votes, Giovanna Green, 2 votes, Amanda Bell, 46 votes. Therefore, I've certified Amanda Bell as the winner of the District 3 election. District 1 and District 2 only had 1 candidate filing for each of those positions. Mark Maker for District 2, Gina Davis for District 1. Therefore, they're deemed elected. And those certificates are here for signing.
I'll move we approve.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Morning, Sheriff.
Good morning.
How's everything in the world of first responders?
Good. We'll have a job tomorrow.
I heard that rumor. Okay, moving on to item 8, consideration of possible action to acknowledge receipt of notice of tort claim from Jessica Brace and forward to Echo County Claims.
I'll move with knowledge.
I'll second the acknowledgement.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Here you go. One last one there. Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 9, consideration and possible action to approve resolution declaring District 1 equipment as excess and removed from property records. Got a 2017 multi-equip pavement saw, and it's got the ID number and serial number. This saw has a long and sordid, or short and sordid history that involves the county sheriff's office. Now, it bounced off a truck as the guys were going around the corner, and the guys went back to pick it up, and they spotted it being loaded in somebody's van, and took off with it before they could get it stopped, and they couldn't get the van run down. And anyway, they think that somebody stole our pavement saw. Bottom line is, we don't have the pavement saw anymore. We don't have enough money to go find the guy that they say stole it, so we got to get it off the books one way or another, and that's what this is about. Any questions? I'd be happy to entertain you with any kind of stories on this saw.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All right. Have a motion and a second. Further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Chairman, there are no items for 10 and 11.
All right, 10 and 11. And Damon, thanks for the education on the evidence that we need to collect when we go to looking at stuff like that. We appreciate that. And you can't track down a truck without a license number.
Not in this county.
They all look alike.
Or a VIN number.
Yeah, but if you get a VIN off rolling truck, I'll hire you.
Item 12, this was tabled from last time, if I remember right. Consideration of possible action on approving the following permanent road crossing permits. Great Salt Plains Gas, 6-inch line, cross east 680 road, 0.1 miles east.
I'll move with approve.
So, okay, thank you. You saved me, I appreciate it.
Yonder.
Was that a second, Mike?
Yes, second.
Okay, thank you, sir. Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes
This is the
unanimously.
second one.
No. This $600
Okay.
makes up.
I got you. All right.
So the other lesson learned on this asphalt cutter thingy by my crew was that there is a reason to invest $20 in a tie-down strap for a $1,500 piece of equipment. So, yeah, it does make a difference, $5 versus the $20 tie-down strap. So,
Quality versus not.
should make sure you get a copy of that. Great Salt Plains. Was these the ones that we had to figure out the checks, the difference?
Yes.
They added the extra
They added
check.
the
Oh,
extra.
okay, good. So we're done with that one, right?
Mm-hmm,
Y'all are waiting on me, right?
mm-hmm.
Roll one.
Thank you, sir. Item 13, consideration of possible action on consent agenda.
We have no transfers within accounts. We do have 2 transfers from last fiscal year to this fiscal year. Cash funds.
I saw something on social media, the tie down you were talking about. It said every man's required to say after they're done, slap it. They ain't going anywhere.
Yeah. Actually, it's similar, it's a required prayer. I think,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that,
Well, that ain't going anywhere.
It's like knocking on wood.
so they get $100 for road repairs. Evergreen,
Yeah,
is that a year?
no.
Let's just go on. They get $27 here.
Yeah, this is a big one, huh?
They're doing about as well as we are.
Who Springs Ridge, yeah. I think that every road in the unincorporated portions of the county should have a rural road district associated with it.
I cannot believe you said that out loud.
That would ring your chimes, wouldn't it?
I understand the point in principle that the law that created that was not good. It definitely needs to be changed.
Are they gonna visit that this
I
session?
don't know. There's so few of them that even, I've had auditors come in and ask me, what's a rural road district? Because there's just not many of them in the state, and
Deep breath.
I can see why.
no,
Just
sales
sales
taxes,
tax, right.
that's the jail sales tax.
Okay, all right.
That's regular, that's just money going into highway.
All right. Got it.
You may have already passed your
Yeah.
road
I already
sales
got
tax.
it. Well, it'd be the same as that, pretty close.
As the total, yeah.
Yeah.
That's per district, and then this is the interest per district.
Cool.
One blanket.
Get it on consent agenda.
The blanket will be the last for consent.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda items.
Second.
I have a motion and a second on consent items. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion passes unanimously. Item 14, any citizen desiring to be heard? Hearing none. Item 15, comments, announcements, questions by the Board of County Commissioners. Mike?
No, I don't have anything, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Monty?
No.
Let's call it a day.
Wait, but wait, there's more.
But wait till you-
I just
Board
like a
commissioners.
reminder
Oh,
that we still have board positions to fill for our new EMS district.
yes, we do.
You must be a resident of Logan County in either the Covington Douglas, Mulhall, Orlando, Coyle, Perkins Tryon, Luther, Wellston school districts. We need one resident from each of those districts to apply. We have a couple, but we haven't filled all the way out. But we would like to remind people that would be interested in that. They can find the application and information on the county website.
Have we had any
We-
applicants?
We have received one that would be out of the Covington Douglas School District.
So I've got a kind of a what if question, seeing so we're still on that item. What if we don't get enough applicants to appoint a majority for a board?
Well, the next step, which was part of the setup process, worrying about that.
I mean, people voted to have this, and
Right.
then if we don't get enough applicants to establish a board for it, it's.
So the mechanism that this board put in place when we were doing all the organization was in the event that we could not find a resident from every individual school district, that position would fall to an at-large appointment by this board.
Right, and okay, so that's the if-then, and then there's gotta be an end loop somewhere in there, right? So if we still only get 3.
At that point, we'll
Yeah.
seek legal counsel.
Okay, I get you.
So we really need people, and at this point,
We're
even
not,
if you're not.
we're not there yet, Marvin, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. But it is an interesting thing to think about for just a second. It's kind of weird. All right. Anything
They
else?
do have to actually be a resident of Logan County.
They do. We received one other applicant who is a resident of the Mulhall School District. However, the county part, he lives in the Payne County side of the Mulhall District, and therefore he's not eligible for this position. This EMS district, I'll remind, is only inclusive of those parts of the 6 school districts mentioned that fall into Logan County. They did not expand into the joint county.
And they can download a copy of that application on our website, right?
Absolutely.
Yep, that's right.
Logan County dot.
LoganCountyOK.com.
If you haven't been there, need to visit. All right, anything else on that item? Anything else on any more comments, announcements, questions? All right, entertain motion on item 16.
Motion adjourned.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.